expenses. These are the expenses for the year. Okay, expenses. So first one is the wages. What is the information? The wages for the information is given here. Wages in the Eastville store will be 6% of the revenue. So wages in the Eastville store wages for the Eastville store will be equal to 6% of the revenue. Eastville store, okay, we will see that is 365,000. So that is going to be equal to 0.06 times 365,000. So that is going to be equal to 21,900. That is 21,900 pounds. Now next one, it says that in the northern store, okay, wages in the northern store, it will increase by 1,000 pounds for the year. So the wages, okay, so wages in the northern store, it is going to increase by 1,000 pounds per year. So already it is at 16,000, so it will plus 1,000 pounds. So that is going to be equal to 16 plus 1,000, that is equal to 17,000 pounds for the year. That's all. It's just an increase of 1,000. And then wages in the western store will be 7% of the revenue. It is given, okay, 7% of the revenue. So that is going to be equal to 7% revenue here for the new store. Western store is 400,000. So 7% of, okay, 7% of 400,000. So that is going to be equal to 0.07 times 400,000. That is going to be equal to 28,000. So that is 28,000. Then you have, so let's write it here. So 21,900. Okay. 21,900. Then 17,000. And then you have 28,000. Let's add up the wages. So 21,900 plus 17,000 plus 28,000, that is 66,900. So it is 66,900. Then you have the advertising cost. Advertising, it says that it will be 5,000 plus per store plus 2% of the revenue per store. So let's calculate. Okay, so advertising, so it is going to be for the first one, Eastville store. For the Eastville store, advertising, okay, advertising cost is equal for Eastville store. Cost for Eastville store is equal to 5,000 pounds plus 2% of its revenue. The revenue is 365,000. 365,000. So that is going to be equal to 5,000 plus, okay, 5,000 plus 0.02 times 365,000, that is 12,300. and then advertising cost. Okay, advertising cost for the next one is the northern store. Okay, the advertising cost for the northern store. So that is going to be equal to 5,000 plus 2% of, okay, the revenue for us is 345,000. That is going to be equal to 5,000 plus 0.02 times 345,000, that is 11,900. Then the advertising cost. Okay, now next one is the advertising cost for western store. The western store is equal to 5,000, okay, plus 2% of its revenue, that is 400,000. So that is going to be equal to 13,000. Okay, now let's write the advertising costs here. So first one is 12,000. Okay, the first one is 12,300. Okay, the second one is 11,900, and the third one is 13,000. So let's add up all the three. So it is equal to 37,200. Next one is a rent payable. They have some information here. It will increase by 5% for the Eastville store. So let's calculate the rent here. So that means, so that is going to be equal to 5%, okay, of the existing rent. So 12,000 plus 5% of 12,000. So that is going to be equal to 12,600 pounds. Then you have the, for the 8% of the northern store, okay, the rent payable will increase by 8% for the northern stores. Okay, so that is going to be equal to, the northern stores already the rent was 15,000 plus 8% of 15,000. So that is going to be equal to 16,200. 200 pounds. Then the rent information for the western store. So the rent payable for the western store will be 18,000 for the year. So it is directly given here. So directly we have to write. So let's write here 12,600. So 12,600, and the next one is 16,200. It is 16,200, and the third one is 18,000. So now let's add up all the total of the rent payables. So it is 12,600 plus 16,200 plus 18,000, that is 46,800. So it is 46,800. Then let's see the overheads. The total overheads will be 30,000 plus an additional revenue of and 10,000 for each additional increase of 200,000 of the total revenue above 400,000. Okay, So first, so the overheads, okay, overheads, we will calculate the total overhead cost, and then you are going to split it up, okay, that's what they say, to divide it equally among the stores. So cost, so first one is, it is 30,000, okay, 30,000 plus the additional variable fixed cost. So it says that here we can say for the first 400,000 up the overheads for will cost 30,000, and then for the revenue above 400, for the revenue above 400,000, it's going to increase, okay, by 10,000, okay, up to 400,000, okay, up to 400,000, like up to whatever you have the revenue, okay, what is the up to 400,000, the base revenue will be 300,000, okay, it will be, it is saying 300,000 pounds, 30,000 pounds. So the up to 400 million revenue, okay, it's going to be this much, and it is going to increase for the other revenue. So let's calculate, okay, for the remaining what happens. So for the remaining, okay, we will see that 365 plus 345 out of 365,000 plus 345,000. So for the remaining two, that is equal to 710,000 pounds, right? So 710,000 pounds, okay, 10,000 pounds, and we will see how many, for the, like we will have to understand how many 200,000s are there, okay, how many 200,000s are there, because it's for every 200,000 increase. So divided by, so let's check how many 200,000 in 710 pounds, because for every 200 it is in 710,000, it's going to increase by 10,000. So that is equal to 710,000 divided by 200,000. So it is equal to 3. So and so increase of plus 30,000 for each additional increase of 200,000. So that is equal to 3 into 10,000 increase will be there, that is equal to 30,000. So 30,000 pounds increase will be there, okay, and then it reaches, okay, only up to 1 million this concept is there. We don't know what happens beyond 1 this thing, because beyond that it starts becoming 110,000, okay, so up to 1 million pounds it is increasing, okay, less than that. So between, so we can see that if we take, okay, if we take up to first 400,000, it is 30,000 pounds, okay, like he is saying a total revenue, but anything above 400,000, which is remaining 700, and because the slab for, if we start on this side, it is not starting at 400,000, so we will start at the base for 400,000 is 30,000, and then we see that the other two add up to 700,000, but it is less than 1 million revenue, right? So in this range 700,000, so this is up to 400,000, this one, Then between 710,000 and 1 million, okay, which he has given 1 million pounds, okay, what is the range it is going to increase, okay. So between 700 and 1 million, it says that it is going to increase by 10,000, okay. For every, it is going to increase of, okay, increase of 10,000 pounds for every 200, for every 200,000, for every 200,000 increase. So that's what we have to calculate. So in 710,000, if you can see, there will be 3 200,000s. So and each will cost 10,000. Okay, so that means 3 into 10 pounds, that is equal to 30,000 pounds. So this is the first one. Okay, this is the first fixed cost. This is the first fixed cost one. Okay, and this is going to be the second fixed cost 2. So the total cost will be equal to 30,000, okay, plus 30,000 pounds, 30,000 plus 30,000 pounds. So that is going to be equal to 60,000 pounds. So that is equal to 60,000 pounds, and this is divided, okay, divided equally among store. So that is going to be equal to 60,000 divided by 3, that is equal to 20,000 pounds for every store. So let's write it here. So they are going to charge 20,000. So 20,000, and this is 20,000, and the total is going to be 60,000, which is given, right? So the total is 60,000. Now let's calculate the profit for the, let's calculate the total expenses. So total expenses, okay, for the year. So 21,900 plus 12,300 plus 12,600 plus 20,000, it is 66,800. So 66,800. Then you have this one, 17,000 plus 11,900 plus 16,200 plus 20,000. So that is 65,100. So this is going to be 65,100. And the third one is 28,000 plus 13,000 plus 18,000 plus 20,000. That is going to be 79,000. And let's add up the total, 68,800 plus 65,100 plus 79,000, or you add vertically like this, it should come up to 210,900. Okay, so 210,900. Now let's calculate the profit for the year. It is equal to the 73,000 minus 66,800. So that is going to be 6,200. 6,200. The next one, 69,000 plus 65,100, that is 3,900. Then 104,000 minus 79,000, it is 25,000. Now the total profit 6,200 plus 3,900 plus 25,000, that is 35,100.